Good afternoon and welcome to our exclusive interview from the Fatu Network. With me, Michaela Faith. Today we have an honor of hosting a remarkable individual whose voice has touched many hearts. Emmanuel Zahid, a 36-year-old gospel singer, he is originally from Sierra Leone and now based in the Gambia. Emmanuel Zahid is not just known for his profound musical talents, but he is also known for his unwavering support towards others. Emmanuel Zahid is also known as the Godfather when it comes to gospel music in the Gambia. So stay with us for the next 30 minutes. Don't forget to like, share, and drop your comments at the comment section. We will delve and will also discuss on his journey, his challenges, and even his success stories. Emmanuel Zahid, I want to say thank you and welcome to our show today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, how it all started, your music career?
Oh, well, started at a very early age. My mom majored in music in the college. So there were like books all over the place. So I started developing interest in playing instruments. Well, however, my mom would tell me when I was a kid, I love food, yeah. So whenever it's time to dish, I'll be singing. I will start singing, and even as a baby, when she wants to know that I've probably slept for the night, is when I stop singing. So I've always been singing.
Okay.
Yes. So at the age of 10, I wrote my first song. Very amateur though, but.
Okay.
Yes, and I started playing the instrument, learning the instrument at the age of 11 and 13, yeah. And I think I did my first single just after high school, when I finished high school, yes. Yeah,
Okay,
basically.
so let's look at, because maybe you may start something, on the process, you can't see it coming. So in your own case, when the time do you think that this music itself has manifested in you?
Well, I have had mentors through the years.
Okay.
Yes, I had during my grade 12 break, like when I finished high school, I had this mentor. His name is Prince Gideon Daji. Yes, so he had a studio, a really small studio, and he was encouraging the young people to just record. And then he asked me to come over and record. And that he has developed some interest in my talent. However, that time I've been singing in church and all of that stuff, yes. So yeah, so I I went to the studio and I recorded my first single, Thank You Lord. Actually, the video is on YouTube. It's a very funny video. It's been a long time. If you see how I look then and how I look now, you would laugh. Friends would always make fun of me, like basically. So yes, I did my first song, and that was where my confidence started, and I believe that I could go far in the music career.
So we are they call you the Godfather when it comes to the gospel music in the Gambia. So
yes.
How did the name come about?
Well, surprisingly, I'm also surprised myself. Well, people just feel that, like what you said in the intro.
Yeah.
I am a very supportive, and I love to support the young and upcoming gospel artists. I am always in their events. I'm always sharing their stuff. I'm always giving them input. Most of the times they will call me for direction. They will come over for mentorship, come over to my house. I always make my house available for rehearsals and practice and all of that stuff. So yes, that was how they started calling me the Godfather, and the name has actually stuck, basically, yes.
So the name has started since you were small, okay?
Oh, the Godfather name?
Yeah.
No, it's recently.
Oh, they started
very
calling
recently,
it
yes.
recently.
Very recently, yes.
So let's look at in the area where maybe because your mom is a pastor and you grew up in that kind of religious home,
Yes.
maybe there comes the music itself in you. Don't you think in that way?
Well,
Or
apart
it's
from
been a passion?
yeah, music. Well, I actually played in a band, in a secular band for 12 years. Yes, and like I would say, every experience that I've gone through, playing secular music and also now a full-time gospel minister, all those things have shaped me to the person that I am, because I would not be who I am if I ignore that aspect of my life. Yes, I did. I played live band music with experienced musicians, and those guys, in those years, they helped to trim me up to fashion tune me to the way I am, and help me grow musically. Yes.
So, in your early stage of music, what are some of the challenges you faced?
Well, talking about like gospel music is my thing, is what I want to do. So some of the
Okay.
challenges I faced basically was criticism, a lot of criticism.
Okay.
So I was playing in a band.
Okay.
I would go play in a band. Make people dance, secular songs, and then come to the church and sing gospel music. So people will be like, where do you belong? Because we saw you doing this and that. But deep down in me, I know I have a passion. Then I was doing it for the money. I'll be very honest, yes, because I grew up with a single parent, and I needed to take care of things. There were bills to be paid, and the church was not paying it. So I have the talent, and those guys from the secular world spotted it like okay, well, we can pay you this amount of money for this particular time, and yes, and it was worth it for that time.
Okay.
Yes, but when it was time for me to leave, it was very clear. There were signs everywhere that this was time for you to stop this and move to the next level. Yeah.
So, with all those challenges that you face, what are some of the things? How would you able to manage them?
Well, I am really grateful to God for these challenges that I faced, because there's so many other younger ones coming up that find themselves in similar situations. So me being there and firsthand, I've gone through these things. It's a way for me to mentor them and to guide them and to encourage them. If they feel a certain way, I could tell them, oh, well, I have been there. And these were some of the things that I actually, went through. And I want you to hold on and just probably just give them that sense of confidence and boost their morale. Because sometimes it can be very depressing, not everyone can actually manage criticism.
Yeah,
it gets into them. Sometimes people can go into depression and all that. But I thank God that, really get to me. I just kept pushing, and I had a focus. I know where I was heading, and yes, here I am.
So, what inspired you to choose music?
Well, my inspiration came from, I think it's just natural. I was born with it. I was born with I just love music. I love everything about music, and during the times I played with the live band in the hotels and all of that, I delved into several different genres of music. I played all kinds of music, to the music that is not even common or popular around here in Gambia or West Africa. Music like tango, bossa nova, those kind of music. I play all those kind of music, and I sing as well. So basically, my inspiration, it was just natural. I can't really say anyone per se inspired me. Of course, I've had mentors through the years that I would call some of their names. I'll mention some of their names, But the music itself in me, I was born with it. Basically, yes.
So, how do your personal experience influence your faith?
Well, my personal experience, well, like you said, I was born in a Christian home. My mom is a pastor. She's now a bishop, by the way, and she has always instilled this God factor in me. And of course, as a young man, I made some wrong choices. As a youth, everyone does. Everyone has their own life story. Everyone has a story, But one thing I'm proud of is that I was never strayed away. There were times that I felt, I was moving in the wrong direction, and something would tell me, come back. You know where you are, and that comes to the point of knowing your purpose in life. Having to know your purpose in life, you would be able to redirect your steps or retract your step if you find yourself going to another direction that is not the will of God for your life.
Okay, so balancing the two careers in your life, you are a musician and a godfather at the same time.
Yes.
And now you are a marketer. So tell me, how do you able to manage those two demanding career in your life?
Yes, it's actually demanding, both are time consuming. I'm presently working for NP, Gambia Limited, an oil marketing company, and I'm one of the marketing executives there. And of course, it's demanding. A marketing company demands a lot of movement. As a salesman, you have to be out there with your customers and all of that, manage the customers and all of that, attend meetings here and there, my job description is really a lot, and it demands a lot of my time and commitment. However, I always make time for the music as well. I work a 9 to 5 schedule. Yes, but during the weekends I'm free. So usually I would go to the studio in the evenings or sometimes in the weekends. And it's really challenging to balance all of that. But I try my best to put it all together, and by the grace of God, it's working.
Okay, then let's look at how do you use your music platform to influence your community?
Well, yes, I would say a lot of people, especially young people, they look up to me a lot, and I try. One thing I try to do is that I try to bring everyone, or try to bring the value out of everyone. Yeah, recently on my birthday, someone wrote a statement. I wasn't even surprised. It was a surprise to me. So he's a guitarist, a young guitarist. So we had a concert, and I gave him a platform to play the guitar. He's been playing, but he's never been given a platform. And I made sure that I got him all he needed, his pedals and all of that stuff. And on my birthday, he wrote like a whole narrative, appreciating the fact that he felt valued. And that is what I want to see. I want to see young people that come around me in the aspect of music to feel valuable, that to have a sense of importance. You know that you are important. You are not just an option. You are valuable, and that you get to find the value in you. So that's one of the ways I want to influence, and that's where I think I've been influencing my community. Based on my music, I try as much as possible to bring everyone on board, make sure everyone has a little bit taste of the benefits. Yeah.
So you have just explained some of your challenges you have faced when you were coming up, especially when you started your music career. So now tell us, what are some of the success stories you have got during the years?
Well, I would not want to boast, but through the years, God has been great in my life. I could remember that I am one of the very few gospel artists in Gambia that have been invited to Nigeria, and put on like big platforms with some of their big names like Eben Asuekie, the likes of Samsung. So I was invited to Nigeria for a concert, a really big concert, and I had the opportunity to meet with them, and minister in front of thousands of people, thousands of Nigerians. And it did not just stop there. The highlight of it was that, I'm a Sierra Leonean, however, I grew up in Gambia, so I have a lot of Gambian culture in me as well. So I taught them a song in Wolof, actually. So you could see Nigerians in Nigeria singing Gambian Wolof songs. So that was like a fulfillment as well. Yes, and that's one of the things that I've achieved. I've also successfully launched out several singles that have been like a household song. People have like reminisced with them for the years. Some of the songs are sung in churches, through the years. Yeah, so these are success. And I could remember sometimes when I drop songs, like singles, the testimonies I get, like from people, like how the song has touched them, the lyrics of the song, the words of the song, how they were feeling down. And sometimes I do worship line. I'm a worship leader in my church. I do worship lineups, and some people tell me like, "Oh, we use your worship lineup to pray," and all those kind of things. So these are some of the things I would say. In the aspect of money, there's not much money yet in our industry, but the satisfying factor is that you're touching lives, and that is the main thing.
So, as the Godfather, when it comes to music, gospel music in the Gambia, so what change did you bring in the lives of the young ministers?
Well, I wouldn't try to put my hand on specifics.
Okay.
Yeah, but the results speaks for themselves. I mean, people are observant. People see you. Okay. People see what you do. And your testimony is what speaks for you. Okay. But so far so good to the things that I've heard. Of course, it's not all positive. People will say negative things, yeah. But I will tell you overall, I'm grateful to God for my influence and the changes I've brought to people's lives.
So the soulful voice you always use to touch and bless others' lives. I know there are a lot of people out there, they are listening and watching us, so they want to hear that kind of voice.
Oh. I kind of woke up with a flu this morning, but I'll try. Excuse my cracked voice, but I'll try to sing a song. Okay. You are the Lord, let your name be glorified. You are the Lord, let your name be glorified. We give you glory and honor. You are the Lord, let your name be glorified.
That is just amazing. Thank you so much for that just brief one that you just gave us earlier.
Yes.
So now you have both, like, you are originally from Sierra Leone, and
Yes.
now
Proudly.
you're proudly you
Yes.
grew up in the Gambia.
Yes.
So which you have been here for years. So let's look at the two countries. Which impact did you bring with the two nations when it comes to the gospel music industry?
I like that question. Through the years, by the grace of God, I've been able to connect with gospel ministers in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Yes, and some of the big names, the likes of Judah Zubairu, Minister Delight, Kadis Nduwai, there's another gospel minister, Joseph Healing, several of them, Arnold K. Fofana. Yeah, I've invited them for some of our biggest platforms, gospel platforms events like Shabak, also the Gospel Experience. Recently, Judah was here for Altar of Incense, which is usually organized by the Ark of Change, interdenominational ministry. And there's also been collabos, yes, through the link that I've linked both countries between Gambian gospel artists and Sierra Leone gospel artists. Matter of fact, this year we were planning, myself and Minister Delight, we're planning to do an event titled Sierra Leone Meets Gambia. Yeah, we even had a meeting with Pastor Francis Forbes, and he had offered us his platform, and all of that. So basically, we're in line, we're in touch. The two countries, based on what we stand for, gospel music and promotion of gospel artists and all of that. Yeah, so we have them. We have it all locked up. So the program was not possible this year. However, we're planning somewhere early next year to host a program, and it's going to be grand, and it's going to feature the cultures of Gambia gospel music and that also of Sierra Leone. Yes.
So when you started your career as a gospel musician, what are some of the greatest moments of your time?
Okay. Well, I will go back to what I said when I was invited to Nigeria. I received the best treatment. It was like a dream come true. Arriving on a plane, and then people receiving you, men in suits receiving you, people rushing to hold your stuff. I flew from the Murtala Mohammed Airport, and then we flew to another city. I was like, wow, I'm just flying around the place, because Nigeria is big. So from one city to the other, we were just flying. And then the hospitality.
Okay, so it simply means this was a dream come true.
Yes.
It's a reality.
It was one of my highlights.
It's a reality in your life.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at another area again, because what is one of your best single music you ever released? That you loved so much, you're giving all your time, everything in you.
Okay, I think I Live in Bliss. I Live in Bliss is one of the songs that actually, because I actually collaborated with a gospel artist from Nigeria. He's a rap artist. His name is Winter Amadine from Rap Nation, Christ Embassy. Yeah. So we did that song, and I could remember the day that song was launched. It had one of the highest engagements on Twitter.
Okay.
And it was trending. There was a point in time on that particular day that it was trending #1 on Twitter, on Nigerian Twitter. Okay. And my following on IG increased, although that account was hacked afterwards. Okay. I think I had about 500 and something followers at that time. Okay. It increased to about 15,000 followers because of that song. So I would say it's not just about the song being beautiful, but the engagement, the people amount of people he was able to reach. I also feel it was also because of the collaboration, and that's the important thing about collaboration. When you do collaboration, you get the best of both. So people that follow me, people that follow Winter, they were all interested in listening to the song, and yes, hence the engagement.
So what are some of your best moments in time of you want to think, you want to write as a gospel musician?
Usually my inspiration always comes when I'm down most of the times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I write songs usually when I'm down. There's a song I wrote, Indebted. It's one of my first singles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you listen to the song, it says, I remember back in those days, I was a sinner, so unworthy. I'm indebted, you know, so you just reminiscing to my journey in life, how far God has brought me and to where I am. And a lot of people can relate because we all have similar stories, you know, especially Africans.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
So what keeps you so far from the journey to now?
What keeps me?
What keeps you, what brought you so far?
Well, it's faith. I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of faith. I believe in the prophecies of God. Since I was a kid, a lot of things have been prophesied about my life. And the Bible says that the word of the Lord does not return unto him void, but it shall accomplish that which he has sent him to do. So when God has said something about you, about your life, and if you're a man of faith, you believe it, you accept that prophecy, nothing will sway you away. You will see the storms, you know, you go through challenges, but you know you're headed somewhere because there's a word that has been said about you. Just like in the beginning when God created the heavens and the earth, he just spoke things into existence. By his word, he spoke things and they came into being. So the Bible says he created us in his image and in his likeness. So if I'm created in the likeness of God, I can speak things into being too. And that is what has kept me. And that can only be possible if I have the faith in God. So my faith in God, I would say, is what has actually kept me.
So your faith in God has kept you far to this moment. So let's look at, in this case, because you have a lot of young gospel musicians are coming up.
Yes.
So what message did you want to send to them if they are going through the same way we are going through at that time?
Yes. Okay, some of the challenges I went through, I'm sure some of them are still going through these challenges. You know, sometimes you want to lose motivation. Okay. You know, because like I said, we don't, like if you look at all our counterparts in other parts of the world, like Nigeria, Ghana, most of them are at their level. They're making a whole lot of money out of gospel music, you know, and if you be looking at the statistics, sometimes you want to be discouraged. You know that you're writing great songs, you know that you pray, you fast, you are anointed as well, but I mean, it's not forthcoming yet. And sometimes you feel it's because I'm in Gambia. No, I want you to believe that it's not just because you're in Gambia. You can still go to Nigeria and do all these things and still your song will not be heard. The key factor is just have faith in God and stay focused. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't forget your daily affirmations. Keep saying good things about yourself. Speak things about good things about yourself towards yourself, and then eventually you would see them. Happening before your very eyes. There were things that I wished for, and that years ago that I wished to have and I wished to be that I was not. And today I am, and I'm living that dream. Yes. So I mean, just keep it going. Don't give up. Stay focused. Don't get swayed away. And if at any point in time you sway away, remember that the mercy of God is eminent. God's mercy is always there, always available. I mean, and you just pick yourself back up and and back on your feet.
So let's look at, because as a Godfather, you know, this is your one of your popular name, the Nuifor in the Gambia. Do you have any team you are working with in terms of the gospel music?
Yes. I am the leader of the Derby House crew. The Derby House crew is actually consisting of already made artists, gospel artists that are already doing their thing, and artists like ABJ Music, Danny Parker, JAC, Ian George, and myself. So we have a lot of things going on when it comes to music. Recently, we even launched a single, I'm a Piano for the Lord, and it was a vibe. It was a national vibe. Everybody, especially young people, they were vibing to it. They were dancing to it. Remember, we had a concert in February, on February the 9th, Danny Parker's debut concert, and that song was like the shutdown of the of the show. Like everybody was amazing. So yeah, we have the Derby House crew, which sets to promote young artists, and it's not really a group per se. It's basically just young artists coming together,
making a team.
Yes, just doing something, and thereby also promoting their personal platforms as well. So yes, I am part of the Derby House crew, and I also manage artists. I am currently managing Danny Parker, and as we speak tonight, he'll be launching his is a EP consisting of 6 songs on call Unconditional Love.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 p.m. tonight. Yeah, so this is not an ad, but yeah, come out and support Danny.
Because I just want to reach there that this is not advance. So let's look at with all this because you guys have a team and everybody in the Gambia, beyond Gambia and Sierra Leone, they know you as the Godfather, you know, but there are not a people that they are not interested into gospel music. So what is the kind of message did you want to send to them?
The ones that are not interested in.
Yes, because we have some people, they are just in their own world.
Yes.
You know, some people, they are not interested. Which kind of message did you want to send to those people?
Gospel music is basically just speaking the word of God through melodies, through songs. You know, the underlying factor about gospel music is that some people, they'll be bored if they go to church and just listen to a pastor preach. Some people will sleep. Yeah, but some people love music. So they can easily relate, you know, to songs, and when they hear the sound and accompanied by a melodious voice, you know, they feel uplifted in their spirit, and then hence they can get back on their feet. You know, so for those people that are not interested in gospel music, try and at least pay attention to the words more. That's what I would tell you. Don't just listen to the beat, listen to the message. You know, once you get to hear the message of what the song is saying, you'll be able to relate, because you can't like something you can't relate to. It has to be relatable. And that is what I also encourage young gospel artists or young gospel writers. Try as much as possible to write songs that are relatable, that people can relate with, that when people listen to it, their spirits will be uplifted. Remember, the key factor is soul winning. You want to win souls for the Lord, so you want the songs to make sense and to carry a strong message, a good message that even if someone out there that does not know about Jesus or does not know about gospel music listens to the song, will be interested to know about what this is all about. Okay, so looking ahead, what are your plans for the future in terms of gospel music? Okay, so basically, I want to do more of artist management. Of course, I'll be releasing some more singles, and I will make sure I try as much as possible to do some featurings and some collaborations. Yeah, and of course, my door is always still open to younger ones for mentoring and all that. I don't know it all. I also have mentors. I have people that I look up to in the gospel scenery in and out of Gambia as well. Yes, so yeah, so basically. So Emmanuel, what is your vision and what are some of the things you have achieved in terms of gospel music? Well, like I mentioned earlier, my vision is to try as much as possible to promote gospel music within the sub-region, especially Gambia and Sierra Leone, because these are the two countries that I know. And I was born in Sierra Leone. I'm a Sierra Leonean. However, I have lived in Gambia all my life. So, I mean, Gambia is so dear to me. You know, I schooled here and everything. So I want the gospel music in Gambia to reach at a certain level as much as I want it to reach a certain level in Sierra Leone as well. So, but however, now I am based in Gambia. So the focus is Gambia for now. Yeah, but and I work with a lot of other Gambian gospel artists that are doing great. I mean, great. And recently there were some of them that launched really great songs. Francis Lance, Da Silva, they had Emmanuel Anderson. They just released some very beautiful singles, and it's trending right now in the gospel community, in the Christian community. Yes, so I will try as much as possible to collaborate with those ones, work with all of them. We create bigger platforms, and you know, to sort of like leave a legacy for the younger ones coming after us. So how did you want to enlarge your cause to the world when it comes to gospel music? Well, just promotion, collabos, like I mentioned earlier on. Of course, tours, you know, but of course we need the finances. We pray God provides the finances, because music is not free. It's very expensive to create and all of that stuff. Yeah. So I want to say, Emmanuel, thank you for joining us today. Thank you to our exclusive interview segments. For those that are watching us, thank you for watching us. And I am Michaela Faithright from the Fatu Network, signing off.